Well, the new report says both remote and hybrid jobs are here to stay. The Chicago Tribune released a report that showed that employers who embraced work from home options, they have less turnover. Here to dive into this discussion is local tech hiring and consulting expert and senior regional director of Robert Half, Thomas Vick. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, back during the pandemic, there was just a huge boom in working remotely. Then it kind of felt like companies were trying to lure people back into the office. So where do things currently stand between, I guess, working in the office and maybe that hybrid options?
Right now, we're seeing it actually start to transition more and more towards hybrid. I think companies are realizing that there's a few advantages to going hybrid, and that is it can help you attract top talent that might be on the market. It helps with retention, and a lot of times it can help with the actual morale and the overall culture of the organization. And so with that, we're starting to see more and more companies that are now starting to get candidates more hybrid and maybe a little bit less in the office.
What do you think is so attractive and leads to the less turnover when providing this option compared to, hey, we need you in the office 5 days a week?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is if they're going to be in the office, it needs to be with a purpose. If people see that there's a purpose to being in the office those days, and there's anchor days or there's learning days where it's more beneficial, then they tend to be more agreeable to it. But by allowing for that flexibility, a lot of times they feel like they're more productive. They don't have to worry about the commute as much. And again, it helps with the overall morale and culture of the organization.
Now, we know a lot of employees love the hybrid option. What are maybe some of the drawbacks on both the employee side? Could it lead to maybe less promotions because you don't have as much face time, or other maybe things that aren't really great about the hybrid option?
I think one of the biggest things is sometimes it is out of sight, out of mind. And sometimes just learning. I mean, depending upon what the environment is, sometimes there's more that's caught than taught. And so depending upon the type of work environment, people learn from that aspect of it. So I think it requires a really high level of open communication from both parties to really understand what is the person trying to accomplish and how could that remote environment possibly hamper them from what they're looking to do in their career, or how do they prove that they can be as efficient in that remote environment as what they have been when they're in the office.
Now, we know that AI is continuing to grow, so what do you predict that this workforce landscape is going to look like maybe even 3 to 5 years down the road?
Yeah, that's always the big question right now. I wish I had the crystal ball to tell you for sure, but the thing that I can tell you we're seeing right now is AI is not replacing jobs. MIT did some research and found that really only 5% of skills would be replaced by AI at this time. And so really what we're doing is we're seeing it supplement jobs, and we're seeing that executives they're embracing it from the aspect of not necessarily replacing people, but instead, how do you create an ROI and create value to your people and the work that they're doing using AI, are tending to find much more benefits to it and having more success.
If somebody is maybe looking for a new gig, could they use working remotely or hybrid as a strategy for maybe getting those extra benefits?
Absolutely. I think if they can be open to a hybrid environment, be open to getting in the office more, sometimes that can command a higher salary. I mean, we see at times it's even a 10% higher salary for people that are willing to go into the office 3 or more days a week. And so it can definitely be beneficial if they're open to it.
All right, Thomas Vick, thanks so much for your tips, and hopefully getting more people to kind of embrace working hybrid. Thanks again.
Good. Thank you.